Hi, Derek.
How
My
you
name is
doing?
Taylor.
Nice to meet you,
Taylor.
Taylor.
I'm with the hospital's social work program.
Okay.
I'm going to be here today to ask you some questions, and we're going to talk about some of your basic needs and any concerns you have with being discharged from the hospital today.
Okay.
Before we start, just like to let you know we do have a confidentiality policy, so anything you say in this room is kept confidential. We're not going to, go out and tell anybody about it.
Okay, good.
The only exceptions to this rule are going to be if you have intentions to hurt somebody else or intentions to hurt yourself and you have the means to do so.
Okay.
So, go ahead and tell me, what's going through your mind right now as far as getting discharged goes?
Well, I just found out I had cancer. I guess the biggest thing that was bothering me was I don't have a lot of friends or family, and I really don't have any at all. So, I guess my main thing was I don't have any support group when I get out of here, and I know, of course everyone knows that cancer is a big struggle. And, I guess it's hitting me the fact that I'm going to have to do this all by myself. So, I'm kind of looking to turn to somebody to find out what I can do to find some sort of support.
So right now, the biggest concern for you is having someone be there for you. Someone there to be with you through this hardship. Can you go ahead and tell me any more about that?
Well, my family and I, we cut ties a long time ago. We didn't really see eye to eye on anything, and over the years, I have acquaintances that I work with, but other than that, I don't really have like a good group of friends or anything that I can turn to. Not the kind of guys that you would, kind of shoulder to cry on, or phone someone I can call in a moment of weakness and really feel, consoled by them. They're more buddies that I just kind of hang out with on, more social events.
Okay, you're saying your family ties are not there anymore?
Yeah, they're pretty much non-existent. Yeah.
Okay. So about that, where is your family? I mean, are they around or?
Well, my parents passed away. I have a couple brothers, but we don't see eye to eye. When my father died, he was the last one to die. Okay. My brother was the executor of the will, and it got pretty messy. Everything was an argument, and I guess the fact that we were family didn't matter. So there's a lot of hard feelings there still. So we don't even speak to each other.
So would you say that an attempt to even make a reconnect with your brother would be not something you'd want?
It's nothing I'm interested in doing. No.
Okay, very well then. Well, we do have options as far as getting support, but first I need to ask, as far as support goes, what would you like to see? I mean, if you were to have support, someone to be there with you, what would you want?
Well, I know I'm going to have to go through chemotherapy. I know that, I've got a big journey ahead of me, struggle ahead of me. And, having somebody to, maybe turn to if I had a rough day, or, if maybe I get some news that's, less than positive. It'd be nice to have somebody that could hold my hand through it, or, come sit with me, or, even, when you're sitting in the waiting room waiting to find out test results, you realize how lonely you are in a moment like that. I don't want to feel like that anymore. I'd like to feel like I have somebody there for me. And right now I don't feel like I have anybody.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone to be there with you in times of hardship. You need support. It can only help you along the process. The hospital does have some brochures I'll give to you of different support groups available out there for cancer survivor patients.
Okay.
You can pick and choose whichever one you want. And some of these are, if you have any hardships getting to the group, if you need assistance, contacting the group, setting appointments with them, anything as far as transportation goes, any issues that can arise, we can help you with that.
Okay, good. Because right now, I ride my bicycle everywhere, and to be honest with you, the medicine they're giving me already, I can already see a big difference in my strength. So, it's Columbus, Ohio, it's cold outside, so I'm gonna have to start taking better care of myself. So, getting to and from places like that are gonna be tough for me. So, that should definitely be something I'd be interested in.
So, transportation's an issue. And as far as what your weekend state goes.
They have a lot of issues, but yeah, transportation is one of them.
Right, yeah. So when you mentioned that, as far as your well-being at home.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go through any of that? Maybe a typical day at home,
Kind of what my life's like, so to speak.
Sure.
Well, I work at Kroger's restocking shelves right now. I've been out for quite a while, so things when I get home are going to be really tight. I don't have health insurance, so I'm going to deal with a lot of the bills that have accrued in my weeks at the hospital so far. And right now I barely survive as it is. I have enough money I have a house, and I can feed myself, but I don't really have extra money laying around where if these meetings are if I'm going to have to take a taxi or whatever, I can't afford to do that. That's why transportation interests me. But yeah, I would say, I guess quality of life is pretty. It's acceptable, but it's pretty low. I don't get a taste the finer things in life, so to speak. So, but I manage. I'm relatively happy with where I am.
Okay. So there are some positive sides. You're happy with your standard of living is at least enough to.
I stand on my own 2 feet.
Right,
That
you're
means
self-sufficient.
something to me.
Absolutely,
Yes.
That's good. You're a very independent person, and you're strong enough to actually seek help too. That's definitely good. Because in order to find ways to get through this process, as you go through chemotherapy and other things that are going to wear you're going to wear you down,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to seek guidance. Without that, you might not know what to do next.
Yeah, and one of the things that I'm worried about is, I still have a decent outlook now, but I know how hard this is going to become, and in a moment of weakness, if I don't have anybody to turn to, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Sure. And so, as far as when that moment arrives, let's say you do have a support group.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that will help you for sure?
I don't know. I haven't had a really strong support group, to be honest, ever in my life. But it's always something I've wanted. Is kind of someone to lean on, or someone I can talk to. They can lean on me, And yeah, I definitely think that people that I can talk to that can relate even at all would mean a lot to me.
Sure. So let's go back here a minute. You mentioned you didn't have health insurance, and you were worried about how you're going to pay for this.
Yeah.
And, that's a factor that can definitely overall affect your mentality of how you're going to cope with the situation. So the good news is that there is a financial assistance office here in the hospital that I can refer you to.
Mm-hmm.
They can assess where you're at as far as what you're making per year, and what they can do to assist you through maybe Medicare.
Yeah, I think someone came in earlier talking about it a little bit, but I was kind of distracted by all the news that was going on.
Sure, I'll get your referral. You'll be able to set up an appointment with them, and they'll discuss your basic financial needs.
Okay.
So there's a step we can take there, but as far as it goes, that's what we can do for finances.
Okay.
So as far as your well-being goes, how you're feeling when you do get home, do you think, let's say, how are you going to feel? I mean, I know you said you're not feeling too well.
Yeah. Well, I've had a roommate the entire time I've been in the hospital here, so I haven't really had time to reflect, I guess, quietly. So, I'll probably do a little bit of that, but I'll survive. I'll get by.
If the need does arise, you can always contact me, and we'll try to find somewhere where, like I was saying with the Medicare, what also is included there is in-home care. So if you feel that you're struggling at home, they can offer in-home care, like hospice. They'll come in and help you out there. So, but as far as that goes, anything else we haven't addressed, please just let me know.
Okay.
Are there any other concerns that you have?
No, I think that's about it. I'm new at this cancer thing, so I'm not sure what'll come up in the future. I guess kind of one step at a time here.
Yes.
I guess the most important thing for me is to get some support system structure going, and then the stress of dealing with having cancer is only doubled up by the fact that I don't have insurance. I'm worried about the quality of my care being less than that of a business executive that has great insurance. So I have a lot of concerns in that area.
So another major concern of yours is your quality of care.
Yeah, I know that they supposedly can't turn me away, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to get the same quality of care as somebody that does
Sure.
have insurance. So yeah, that's absolutely a concern of mine as well.
Okay. Well, what are you worried about as far as that? Can you give me specifics like?
Well, for example, like I said, I had a roommate the entire time. I saw a gentleman a couple doors down from me, and he didn't have any, roommates, and I think that that might be like a little bit of an unfair advantage on recovery. I can tell you I didn't sleep well in the hospital at all. If it wasn't me just upset about the fact that I just got diagnosed with cancer, the guy beside me beeping from all his stuff, and when the nurses come in to check on the room, I only get half their time, so if I have a couple things I need done, unfortunately they have a lot of other, people they need to look after. So, I almost feel like I'm at an unfair disadvantage.
Sure. Well, okay, I can see where you're coming from. That would worry me too if I was in that situation. I couldn't afford good health insurance, and I was worried.
Yeah. And then, the nurses say that they can't disclose the fact that I don't have insurance to anybody,
Right.
as far as the doctors go. But it almost felt like they knew.
Okay. Well, when you go to the referral for the financial aid, they'll talk to us about quality of care as far as in-home care.
Yeah.
If you choose, if you feel that you do need that, or post-discharge as far as health goes and quality of care. They'll discuss that with you. There will be different policies they have in place, and they'll let you know as far as what you can expect. So they'll definitely address those issues for you.
Yeah.
So what I'll do today is I'll get some brochures for you as far as the group therapy, and do you have any specific requests as far as that goes?
Well, I'm not really religious. I don't really have a whole lot of religious ties. So, I know most of the programs that at least I heard like some of the nurses talk about, they seem to be all faith-based, Don't get me wrong, that works for some people, but that's just not going to work for me.
Okay.
If that's my only option, it's my only option. I can get past it. It's not like, I can't be around those kind of people. It's just, I don't think it should have to come down to a religious background to get a support system. And I don't want to be in a situation where they want to pray with me. And to me, that does nothing for me. You know what I mean? So I guess, I'm not going to be picky by any means, but,
Sure.
That was one thing that concerned me is, I don't want to have to pray with people to get them sick.
Right. Okay. So there's a variety of different group-based organizations there that are both faith and non-faith based, because as long as what you're saying is that faith is something you don't want to have to deal with when you're with these groups.
Right.
You'd rather deal with something that's more along what you were talking about.
Right. Yeah. I feel weak enough as it is. I don't want to feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I'm not religious. Because
Sure.
No one is saying you're making generalizations, but I feel like people sometimes put that on you as it's a weakness. So
I understand. Okay. Well, we did cover a lot today. By all means, if you do have any other questions or concerns, just call me. I'll be there for you.
okay.
But we'll have to just get some paperwork done here, and doctors will talk to you here shortly.
Okay.
So
Thank you so much.
It's
Taylor.
nice meeting you, Derek.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you as well.
Absolutely. So we'll keep in contact. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you.